All right, got kind of an interesting topic to talk about this week. Got kind of an interesting topic to talk about before we get into the game. Man, it's been a while since we've seen Lions football. Let's get them back on the field. I can't wait to go into Cowboys Stadium, not have biased refs, please, and get a victory. AT&T Stadium, whatever, Jerry World, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be Ford Field before they know it, because we're going to take over that stadium, and there's going to be a lot of cheering for the Lions as they go in there, and I look for them to get a good victory over the Cowboys. But this video, we're going to be talking about a unique player that I think is in line to play more and more in replacing Derrick Barnes. And I made a video earlier about a couple of guys that we signed to the practice squad and talked about, can they be a replacement for James Houston? And this is a guy that kind of could be a replacement in that realm as well. So yeah, we're having a similar title for the second time this week, because the Lions are finding replacements to players who are getting injured. And with Derrick Barnes officially being out for the year, I think Campbell said it looks like he's going to be out for the year, we need to start talking about what other options are at that stack Sam linebacker. So what the Lions like to do in that Sam linebacker position is they like to start him on the edge where he can stand up, drop back into coverage, but also rush the passer. They like it to be a multiple role, and they like their players to be able to do that. So the question is there a player that's already on the roster that could find it? Now, I'm going to throw a guy out there for all of you, all right? And the first one I'm going to throw out to you is a guy by the name of Trevor Nowaske. And he is actually the only guy I'm going to throw out there to you. And if you haven't seen, I've done 2 videos on this guy because I have kind of a weird little like football crush on him and what he is. So in this video, we're going to talk about all the reasons I like him and why I think they need to give him a shot. So first we'll start with some of the things that the coaches said about him. Then we'll go into what I know about him. And then we'll move on from there, all right? When asked about Nowaske, here's what Dan Campbell said. He said, yup, we like now. All right, that's Nowaske. All right, we were fired up to get him back here. If you don't understand what that means, last year, Trevor Nowaske had a great preseason for the Lions. He looks super athletic. He's a guy coming out of a small school in Michigan, by the way. And the Cardinals, poached him. They got him. He had to clear waivers to get on our practice squad. And they're like, nope, he's ours, please. Now we have gotten him back. We poached him from them. They were hoping they would get him back on their practice squad through waivers. And we said, not so fast, my friends. He belongs to us. So we got him back. So he said, we were fired up to get him back here. You don't bring a player back that when you take him, by the way, off another team's practice squad, or you do a waiver claim on Trevor Nowaske, you have to put him on your active roster. So you're not going to bring a player back to your active roster that you're not going to play. He's going to play, and he has gotten some play. So we'll talk about that in a second. He said we were fired up to get him back here, and certainly that's the role we see him in, is that Sam linebacker. Some of the X on the third down position. So I think, yes, there's a place for him there, and we just keep working with him. That's the best way to say it. What we know is when he was in Arizona, he was working on learning that position. He was working on that position, which is really, really good. All right. Aaron Glenn said some similar things. All right. Let me show you what he said. He said, we've been knowing Nowaske since he's been here. We know what he brings to the table. Hated to lose him the first time, but we're glad we got him back. So we're going to continue to try and up his role and try and help him be the player we know he can be. But again, we want to make sure we take that slowly. So I wanted to talk a little bit, and by the way, they actually started playing him. In Arizona, they didn't play him on defense once. And the question is, why? And the answer is because he went to Saginaw Valley State. He did not come in as an NFL-ready linebacker for the physicality and all that kind of stuff. But he has the size, he has the speed, he has the athleticism, and he has the strength. As you can see, he's one of the most athletic linebackers to ever test at the Combine. He's the 38th most athletic linebacker to ever test. I just want to say that one more time for everybody. He's the 38th 38th most athletic linebacker to ever test. And just last week, they gave him some run. Not a lot, but he played 7 snaps on defense. On defense. 8 snaps. Sorry, 8 snaps. Not on special teams. He's been playing in special teams. But how did he do in those 8 snaps? Well, interestingly enough, all 8 were passing downs. So they're easing him in, bringing him in passing downs. And what the Lions likely do, like I said with that Sam linebacker, they like to have the opportunity to rush the passer or put someone back in coverage. Of those 8 pass attempts, he rushed the passer 7 times. In those 7 pass rushes, he got 3 quarterback hurries. Now, this is coming toward the end of the game. It's something that, of course, we have to be excited about it. All right? It says right here, in week 4 against the Seattle Seahawks, they got the majority of the work. Alex Anzalone, Malcolm Rodriguez, and Ben Neiman got some of the work at Sam linebacker. Trevor Nowaske also got some run there with 3 quarterback pressures credited to him by Pro Football Focus. They're starting to integrate him in. The Lions don't just play players for fun. They play them because they think they could have something going forward. So let's take a look at this linebacker room. All right, you have Jack Campbell. He's your middle linebacker. All right, Jalen Reeves-Maben has not been what he was last year. He does look slow out here, and Sam linebacker is not necessarily his natural position. He cannot rush the passer. He does not have the size to do it. Alex Anzalone, same thing. You'd rather him in the middle of the field. All right, so Malcolm, I don't see that for him either. Derrick Barnes was the guy. So now you bring in Trevor Nowaske, and you have to wonder, are they going to start to consider playing this guy at that Sam linebacker? It's important to know. All right, it's an important question to ask yourself. Will he start getting more snaps? Could we see him up to 10, 15, 20 snaps? Could we see him replace the James Houston role? Could we see him be the one who comes in and plays more snaps because he can get out in coverage? It looks to me like he's the one between him and Rodrigo that they have more comfortable rushing the passer, even though Rodriguez got himself a sack. All right, we'll see what happens. I know they're more comfortable sending Nowaske and Rodriguez on a blitz than they are Alex Anzalone at this point. All right, they are. They just simply are. So that's the question I have for you as we leave. As I leave you on this video. Do you think Trevor Nowaske has a role on this team? Do you think he is a type of player who can show enough that instead of spending money to bring back Derrick Barnes, you can do a platoon of Rodrigo and Nowaske next year, and our running back room remains set without spending money there as we continue to spend money in other places for other actual superstars? All right? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and I can't wait to see y'all after the game against the Cowboys, when hopefully we're walking away victorious. Please, out of Dallas. See you.